Kpai said that Nigeria is ready for the American military.
Well, leave that thing.
You don't trust on the military armament of your country.
Hold on. Please, not everybody I thought you should listen. Your country are not taking care of a terrorist and his boss is American that you want to praise. Is it not funny? I don't see that note. How do you start with that one? Let them challenge don't let Tinubu tell Donald Trump, go away, we are waiting for you. And let him hear that. No, let him try it. America, you are waiting for America. With what? With the weapon you bought from them, Abi? No, with the weapon you bought from them.
That was the former aviation minister.
But they bought weapon from America. The man that they gave you those weapons, you think he doesn't have 10 times more than that before he gave you some? What ammunition do you have to face America? Let us discuss here.
Kpai said that Nigeria is ready for the American military.
Well, they know what they are doing. They cannot deceive us again. In the first place, who told you not to educate your people? Was it me? Nigeria had independence in 1960. All of us were here. You decided to choose whatever you want to choose, and now you want to blame us for your problem. Do you not have the capacity to give your people free education like Awolowo? The Igbos never had any free education. So, why are you not telling us that if you left them uneducated? I don't get it. You don't feel that you have this entitlement mentality. Is it our fault that this is not happening in your area? You people should go home and think. Yes, you created this problem. Don't run away from it. Why are they spreading all over Nigeria? Why are they spreading?
Okay, let me ask you. Do you think there are no kidnappers and criminals in the southeast or the southwest?
Sir, if what is going on in the southeast is the same thing that's going in the north, in fact, it's like there will be peace in Nigeria.
All right. Thank you very much.
There will be peace in Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
But on your comment on education, I tend to agree with you that our leaders really have failed the nation because they have no concentration on education. Everybody is after himself. I agree with you that one. I confess. But you see, what I will not agree with you is criminality is everywhere. In fact, we never heard of kidnapping and armed robbery. It came to us in the north from the south. It was creeping slowly and it corrupted our people, and they are doing it now. So let us adjust.
The number of terrorists in the north today, if we should have them in the south, there will be no Nigeria. Is it true of us? We are trying here. We are trying here. We are trying.
But do you know why? It's because the population of those underprivileged in the north is more. It's in millions.
Most of them are not Nigerians. You brought them here. The people that are
Look, nobody can tell you like me. Because I have had one-on-one chat with them. You know, they are pure Nigerians. I wouldn't rule out elements of non-Nigerians among them, but they are Nigerian herdsmen. And one thing I want to make you understand is that, you see, the north, with this large population of really uneducated people, really is becoming a national. Governor Soludo of Anambra State, when he was the central bank governor, he came to Arewa House in Kaduna, and he said the poverty in the north, he fears that is going to constitute a security threat for the whole nation. He said this many years before even this started. So you see, we have to improve the economic situation and education and everything. Then this is the way to go about it. But if you see you want to do it violently, you want somebody to come and massacre people, that will not work. That will not work. Christians before, unfortunately for him, General Gawan was a Christian and his deputy was a Christian. We didn't mind, you know. Once there is peace and stability, I'm telling you, Nigerians, Muslims, they are one of the most. Ojukwu wanted to use it, you know, before, saying that Muslims are killing Christians before. Unfortunately for him, General Gawan was a Christian and his deputy was a Christian. We didn't mind, you know. Once there is peace and stability, I'm telling you, Nigerians, Muslims, they are one of the most.
You don't have leaders in Africa. Even the AU, they are just there. Is it not AU that's supposed to come out and say, no, Donald Trump, keep your people, that throne, they grow in your people, they are your people. They came into your country. If you deal with, take them to where they came from, not Africa. But they cannot because all of them have compromised. They have all compromised, they cannot talk. You see what I'm saying? They just drop crumbs on their table and they will rush in for it. Can't you see how one country called Japan called an entire continent of African leaders to come and discuss African problem in Japan?
Barrister, that particular summit, they do change it, they do shift or rotate it. They rotate it, every 3 years. The last person that hosted, or the last country that hosted that particular TCAD 8 was Tunisia.
Okay,
before
fine.
now, it has to get to.
Please, I'm asking. Hold on. Good. Thank God you raised that issue. Have you ever discussed Japanese problem in Africa?
But they came to Tunisia when they did it TCAD 8, Barrister Darlington. They came. Yeah, they were in Africa.
Okay, what was the outcome? You can see, when they want to deal with you, my dear, go and check, they want to exploit you. They want to exploit you. All this meeting, all this organization, all these conferences for African, have you yielded any fruit? Ask yourself that question. Why can't they do it in China?
All right.
They cannot because you are a conquered people. Africa is not yet free.
Thank you.
I am regretting the death of people like Kwame Nkrumah. All those African leaders in the 70s and 60s, in the 60s and 50s, who were patriotic enough to stand up against the white man, they have all gone. What we have now is the chaff of African leaders.
Some persons will also say that if they had laid a strong legacy, people would not be able to overturn it. Very sour press for time.
They did. It's just that these people that came now, I don't know the kind of human beings they are. I don't think they're African. Maybe they are people that they gave back to somewhere and they came into Africa and hijacked leadership.
Interesting point, Barrister Darlington. Thank you so much for being part of today's African News.
When Jubril Aminu was Minister of Education, this same idea of nomadic education came up. Babangida asked the man, where will you get money to fund it? Jubril Aminu told him that he should not worry. What did he do? All the grants given to federal university, he yanked it off to fund the nomadic education. And he told us the benefit, this and that, all this one, they will know how to rear their cattle. At the end of the day, up to today, we didn't see the result of that wastefulness. We didn't see any nomadic education. We didn't see the result of that money that we spent. And now, our universities have no longer been giving grants. You can see what I'm telling you. There are things that these people want, and unless you go through that, they will not listen to you. Everybody have tried it. Buhari tried it. When they booted the idea of franchise, did they listen to him? People have said it now. Except the government is intentional and said this must happen.
Buhari never mentioned ranching.
You said?
Buhari never mentioned.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He did.
What did he? What Buhari mentioned was grazing routes.
No.
When Ruga failed, he started with grazing routes.
And he also
When Buhari failed, he started with livestock.
Yes. The first thing in 2016, Buhari came in 2015. 2016, in our national budget, Buhari included 940 million naira for Fulani herdsmen business. All of us raised our alarm.
That was no ranching now.
I'm coming. When we raised our alarm, we said, this is a private business. What is it for? He said, no, so that he can build ranches and then this farmer header class will stop. We said, okay, if that will bring peace, no problem. Until Buhari left, did you see one single ranch anywhere he built for anybody? Rather, at the end of that 2016, we saw Fulani herdsmen carrying gun, AK-47. And we asked, when did all this one start? Where did they get the gun? Who bought it for them? Because from the look of those people, they don't have money to go. That's why when people went outside to go and price AK-47. And we now say, how can this particular person who is wearing cattle go and buy this kind of gun with this kind of money? That means they are not the one that bought it. So where did they get the money? Buhari said that. Did you see him build one ranch? I said one like this. So you mean all the past government, all of them, they are not aware of how to solve this problem. They don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't see want to go and Dubai. In Brazil, go and watch. It will not fly. As long as you are not taking care of the home front, you don't expect Brazilians to come and tell you what to do here. After talking, they will go back. The Fulanis will continue what they are doing. Moses, that was a good idea in Botswana.
All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back update and information as the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll collect them. All right, I see the odds for the that video, all the videos you've watched, you know what is bringing up this issue is the issue of what Donald Trump said. Oh, Donald Trump will and a lot of things started coming out. People are spilling a lot of beans, how the Fulanis came and the rest of them, the origin. So there was even this woman that called one governor in one state like that, I think in Borno or something like that. And everybody started talking. The woman said the governor used them as his thugs. At a point in time, things started getting out of hand. The government could not control them and the rest of them. That's how the spread of the thing started. A sị na ọ bụrụ ihe enwe mmiri bụ okwu ọ ma a ga-anatakwa ya iko n'onye ọbụfe okwu ndị Igbo na-ekwu egbukwu bụrụ okwu bụrụ inu. So as it is, the government that usually use thugs is also the same thing that is similar to the same thing that is actually happening now in Southeast. After the government have used thugs, you see them turning to something else because they have tested that kind of life of ruggedity, see how money comes easy and the rest of them, and they felt that if you are taking them away from that kind of life, it means that you are closing their source of income. And an armed robber or terrorist does not negotiate with the government. It's either they overpower the government or the government overpower them. And that is what is currently happening as regards the issue of the BH and the terrorist issue that has been going on in the country. And that's the area everybody is coming from. And here is this barrister and Shaka Egumi, where he was saying that his people this, his people that, because of the population that is in the north. Then that's the reason why there are a lot of things, the issue of Almajiri and the rest of them. And the barrister is trying to blame their people who did not take them up in education as the Yorubas did, 1967 to 1960, 1967 to 1970, during the Nigeria Biafra Civil War. And throughout that season to Dan, other people were going to school. Awolowo and his people were going to school. And this man was wondering what happened to the Hausas. And the other man is complaining the issue of population. And the barrister is saying that as long as the issue of the Alamajeris continue, that the North will not be okay, except they end the issue of the Alamajeris. And some people, allegedly, some people believe that the elites usually, their hands are in this issue of the Alamajeris. They don't want it to open because if the Alamajeris happens to end, that means that there will be no people that will be like touts for them that can do, at their bidding, people who can carry gun for them. That's why they decided that at that part, Alamajeris will not end. And if you look at it from the other end, if you give birth to children, it is your responsibility to take care of the children, work out for their school fees and the rest of them. Even if in government establishment, except the government says it's free education. Even if the government says it's free education, if you are living at a far distance, you still have to pay your transportation and other little view that across to it. All right, this is where I've wound down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you.